Hello everyone, welcome to our first Movie Monday episode where we discuss scenes from popular films and TV shows with drug or alcohol use and break down their implications every month. I'm Liz.
I'm Jenny.
And I'm Melissa.
And this month our theme is teen drinking and its consequences, so let's get right into it. Okay. Our first movie is 10 Things I Hate About You. It's a popular rom-com film from the 1990s. Our main character, Kat, she does get upset at her sister because her sister tells her that she's not fun, she's not enjoying herself in this party, and she goes off with the boy that she doesn't like. So she starts taking shots of liquor. The other character named Patrick, he's watching her, he's telling her, maybe you should cool it down. And that's these scenes that you'll see right here.
Hey, Kat, look who found me.
Bianca, wait. Please do not address me in public. No, there's something I need to tell you.
Look, I am busy enjoying my adolescence, so scamper off and do the same.
But like... Want one? What is this? Right on, sister. I've been looking all over the place for you.
I'm getting trashed, man. Isn't that what you're supposed to do at a party?
I don't know. I say do what you want to do.
Funny. You're the only one. Later.
I look amazing. Let's go. We're all congregating around Mr. Cuervo.
We're all congregating around Mr. Cuervo.
I'll see you around, okay?
She didn't believe it. He's so cute.
He aged well. He literally looks the same.
Yeah, he didn't age bad at all. This was only my other sentence. So throughout the movie we do see the rest of the party is going on. Here in particular we see Joey. Okay, let me start again. So throughout the movie the party is still going on. As you can see, a lot of the characters are drinking beer. As you can see them with beer cans in their hand. There's a beer can tower in this particular scene right here. It's just the common things that you'll see in a movie showing high schoolers partying. This scene here, we see Patrick approaching Kat again, and he says, "Hey, why don't you let me have this time?" Indicating that he is noticing that she's been drinking a lot. Next thing you know, we see Kat on the table. She's dancing. Everyone is cheering her on. Okay, because she's had a few drinks in her, she's acting a little bit, not like her normal self. As I mentioned, she's the mean girl perceived by her peers. So she starts dancing on the table. Everyone's cheering her on. There is a couple of consequences to her behavior. As she's dancing on the table. She hits her head on the chandelier, which gives her a slight concussion.
You lie down when you go to sleep. Sleep is good. No, not if you have a concussion. Come on, here, sit down.
So some of the consequences to teen drinking is that when teens drink a lot, they are going to start feeling, certain symptoms of alcohol poisoning, such as vomiting, unconsciousness, nausea, which in the scene here we can see Kat is starting to experience all of those. She's falling, which also doesn't help with the fact that she just had the concussion, which is also making her pass out a little bit. As you can see, Patrick is taking care of her, they're on the swing, but she does start to either faint, pass out, or she does start to throw up, as you can see here. And this is only one movie that, it's very popular in this day and age. It's everyone's comfort film. A lot of people do watch it, especially in their teen years, your teen age. So as you're exposed to this type of movie, kids are seeing that, hey, maybe going to parties and drinking, this is normal. This is normal behavior. But we're here to tell you that it's not normal, and it's pretty much only in these types of movies where you're gonna see a party like this.
Kat, come on, wake up. Look at me. Listen to me, Kat. Open your eyes.
Hey, your eyes have a little green in them.
Our next movie scene is from Superbad, which if you haven't seen, is a very popular coming-of-age comedy. It has Jonah Hill and Michael Cera. It's actually directed by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg. It's a semi-autobiographical film. They actually wrote it when they were 13. So yeah, the main plot point is Seth and Evan trying to get alcohol for these two girls that they like and bring it to a party that they're going to later. So the scene I'm going to show you is after they arrive at the party and they start drinking.
I know, we made some kick-ass tiramisu earlier. It looked weird, but it was delicious.
Whoa! What's wrong?
I would prefer if we would just do that at some other time.
No, there's no other time. School's up. What's wrong with right now?
Well, I mean, you're drunk.
So as you can see, Seth is obviously pretty drunk. He is trying to have an emotional conversation with her, but it's hard because she knows that he's drunk and she's very much sober.
You drink. You drink. Everybody, you had me get liquor, so you drink. It's like...
Well, yeah, because I'm throwing a party, remember? Because other people drink, and so I just...
You don't want to, you know...
Not right now, not while you're drunk. But, thank you. Are you crying?
No, I just have something in both my eyes. I don't cry, that's funny.
You look like you're crying.
So... It's my last chance, and I fucked it up.
Your last chance to do what?
To make you my girlfriend for the summer. You're like the coolest person that's ever talked to me. I thought we'd both be drunk.
What does me being drunk have anything to do with it?
You would get with me if you were sober. Look at you. Look at me.
Seth, come on, you didn't blow it. I think maybe... What the fuck?
Help me.
Ow! Shirley?
I'm sorry.
Someone forgot to call pest control. Yep. Where you going? Hey, party's still on. Where you going, guys? You're back there. Get out.
So as you can see, there's social and legal consequences associated with teen drinking. Clearly he's showing some of the health effects of overconsumption of alcohol. He's stumbling, he's embarrassing himself, acting out of character, and he does end up passing out and actually hurting the girl that he was trying to impress. And then towards the end of the scene, we also see the police show up and break up the party. But yeah. So just to reiterate, the police do sometimes show up to parties. They will break up the parties and they will charge you if you are underage drinking. So that is a real true consequence of teen drinking and underage drinking. Like we mentioned, the health consequences as well. And you can actually seriously injure yourself and others, clearly. And with that, I'll let Jenny take it away with the next clip.
Okay, so the next show we're going to be talking about is Gossip Girl. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's actually a very popular show back in 2007. So basically this show is about high school students. They are from New York. Most of them are wealthy, and with that they get fortunate enough to have different scenarios that really don't happen to most of us teenagers. However, with the alcohol and drug use throughout the show, I believe that this can happen to all of us. The next thing that we're going to be showing you is going to be them in a pool. It is the school pool. Unfortunately, they got inside of it. They are going to be drinking in that scene. And there is a consequence that is going to be coming up that usually you wouldn't expect to happen, but again, with teen drinking, these scenarios do happen to people. As you can see, they're drinking in the pool. The lifeguard is drinking in the pool. It is not something that you should be doing. Definitely not as a teenager. Definitely also not as an adult. It can be pretty dangerous as well. They did break into the school. That's already a consequence that themselves they brought upon. But they shouldn't be doing any of these things.
Well, if you ever want to get the perfect shot of me feeling like an outsider, I'm ready for my close-up.
Damn!
Hey!
Vanessa! Hey! Come on, guys.
In this scene, they end up fighting. Of course, with drinking, it ends up changing their behavior. Sometimes you get a little more aggressive, or you're probably not thinking straight. And as they were fighting, one of them ended up falling into the pool after he hit his head in the pool. In this scenario, obviously, thankfully, the kids reacted even though they were drinking, and they were able to pull him out of the pool and call 911. But if you really think about it, there is going to be times where if some people are drinking, sometimes they're not aware of their surroundings, and that student could have possibly died in this situation. But thankfully they did not, and they were able to react. But again, this is not something that you should be doing. One, they're breaking into school. Two, they are involving alcohol in this scenario.
Someone call 911.
Hi, we need an ambulance. Yeah, a kid, he hit his head and he fell in the pool. It's 719 East 82nd Street.
So the next thing we're going to be watching is from a very popular TV series called Madman. Madman takes place between 1960 and 1970. There's a lot of drinking that does go on within the show, whether it be at your home or at parties and even at the office. So the next scene I'm going to show you, it takes place after a celebratory party at the office. So we're going to go ahead and watch that. No.
It's just we can't all be you.
I can't believe she's in it.
Be that
I
as
love
it may,
that.
I
But
do
it's
take
not
some
her
credit
from
for
the
your
Hamptons
success
stuff.
here.
Cool. Elizabeth Moss.
Yes. That's a good show.
Okay, so as you can see, there's a lot of drinking going on, a lot of fooling around,
I can't believe I'm gonna miss
operating
this.
heavy machinery.
What type of machine is that, Alyssa?
I think it's a lawn tractor.
Lawn tractor? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You want it.
I
remember on my first day
John
you
Deere.
said that
No.
John Green.
Are you getting
The
sentimental?
What? There's an author name.
That's what we said.
Like, why should we come into this conversation?
Oh, okay.
If we don't, I just have to say.
And as you can see, you should not be drinking and operating heavy machinery at any point. You can seriously injure others, including yourself, damage properties. This poor man got seriously injured.
His leg chopped off. It's almost like a DUI.
Yeah, like
It's similar to a DUI.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't be operating any machinery whatsoever.
exactly. Jenny brings up a really good point. But yeah, you can very seriously injure others and possibly even potentially kill somebody. But yeah,
In this scene, does he live?
he does end up living. They do have to chop off the foot though.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I guess one of the consequences is that he lost his whole foot.
Yes.
Yes, drinking alcohol can cause you to hurt others.
That's what-
Okay, so the last movie that we're gonna actually talk about is Leaving Las Vegas. This movie is a little bit older, however, it's actually a really good movie based off of a character who suffers with alcoholism. His name is Ben Sanders, and he basically drinks himself to oblivion without his realization of knowing like how bad of an alcoholic he really is. He ended up losing his job. He did lose his wife, and he ended up going to Las Vegas as a result of him thinking that his life should end there.
Yeah. Well, what's the back end like? By the time we're through with P&A, the above the line is going to take it to about 15. It was something like this. What would Disney think? Okay, what did Diller say? Okay. Listen, I'm very busy. Just kidding. Can I call you back on this? Okay. Ciao for now. Could somebody fix the phones around here? Good morning.
Ben, Mr. Simpson's been looking for you. He wants you to go in as soon as you can. Are you all
outstanding, but I have to go to a very important meeting. Could make a couple mil for the company. Yada, da, yada, What?
We should go in there now.
Okay.
So basically, he's going to be walking into his boss, laying him off. As the scene happens, at first, he doesn't realize that he was getting laid off. Like, as his boss said, we're letting you go, he actually took it for a moment and really didn't focus on the fact that he was going to lose his job. And so his boss did hand him a check, and when he got that check, he also felt a sort of like a happiness because he thought he was just getting a generous check. But in reality, seconds later, he ends up realizing that he actually got laid off. And then all this emotional, all these emotions ended up coming in, and then he ended up almost about to cry, but he didn't.
This is too generous, Bill.
Well, Ben, we really liked having you around. But you know how it is.
I'm sorry.
Well, what are you gonna do now?
I thought I'd move out to Las Vegas.
And then again, with alcoholism, of course, it makes you feel a bunch of different things. Sometimes it doesn't make you aware of the moment that is happening, and then sometimes all of these feelings start coming in, and then, of course, that's what happened to him in this scene. And the ending scene comes out with his boss asking him, what is he going to end up doing after this? And his answer to his problems was to go to Las Vegas, which is not something that you should do as a resource with your alcoholism. But yeah, alcoholism is real, it happens, and in this movie it does portray it really well on somebody who is going through alcoholism.
Yeah, the scene is so heartbreaking, Jamie.
Yeah, it is sad.
I'm definitely gonna watch this movie next time.
Good.
Since we're on the topic of drinking, it's important to remember that teen brains are still developing until their mid-20s and can suffer long-term consequences from underage drinking. The frontal lobe is what suffers the most damage since that part is still developing, and it's responsible for planning, judgment, decision-making, impulse control, and language. And as we saw in the various movies and TV shows that we showed, a lot of the characters had that part in the brain affected. And so again, important to remember that teens who drink regularly are going to have smaller frontal lobes than those who do not drink. So let's be smart and not drink.
Thank you for that, Liz. And with that, this marks the end of our first Movie Monday segment. So make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to comment as well. What's your favorite movie theater snack? Let us know. And let us know if you want us to do more of these.
Yay!
Yes. See you next week. Or
Bye.
next month. See you next month.
Bye!